All right, here we are. I've been talking about it for a while. It's finally here. I got a great new microphone, so I'm super excited about that. I think the sound will be a lot better from here on out. And we are going to go over the page and the knights of the suits. So the pages and the knights. This is really exciting because now we're getting into the court, the court cards. So, yay! Let's jump into it. Welcome to Witches Wares. Welcome everyone. I'm super happy you're here. So we're translating the Rainbow Tarot, right, from the Morgan Greer Tarot. Can I talk? That'd be great. It's just starting to rain right now in my little studio that I have, and I have a skylight up, and it's like hopefully it doesn't get too loud. But I do have my microphone, so it should be good. So we're going to start with the Page of Wands, or in the Morgan Greer, it is a rod. So the Page of Wands, the page in any suit is always going to be about new beginnings. One of the things that you can think of with pages in the suits is that they're like children. It's like you have a new child, right? And if you think about what a child is like, they're full of wonder. They're ready for everything. Everything is like new. And with the Page of Wands, that's what it is. This is a new beginning into action. This can be something adventurous. The Page of Wands brings adventure, activity, spontaneity. The wands are the fire signs, so think about the fire, the element of fire. If you think about the fire signs, you've got Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And this is, just think of any of those signs as a child. That's the wands, or the rods, in the Morgan Greer deck. So there he is holding the wand, got some mountains in the background, and now with the rainbow card, check it out. Somebody's holding a wand, and there's all kinds of different pathways that they can take. This is the exciting new adventure. This is a new journey. All kinds of brightness in the cards, rainbow, brightness coming out of the wand. So that's how I would translate that, is that somebody's got in their hand the beginnings of a new journey or a new adventure, spontaneity and excitement. All right? Now let's move along to the Knight of Wands. On the Morgan Greer deck, it's the rods. So we've got the Knight, and this person is just hanging out. They've got their wand right here over their shoulder, the nice dragon on their helmet, and the background seems really nice, and you've got the mountains in the background. The Knight doesn't have any problems moving forward. The Knight is kind of like the teenager, right? So if you think of like what a teenager or a young adult is like, this is the Knight. They are ready for action. They are on it. So if you get a Knight of any of the suits, you know that you are it. That means that whatever that reading is about, this is like ready. And this is all about journeying, action, excitement. It could be adventurous. It could be travel. It just depends on what the read is like, but that's what the Morgan Greer deck looks like. And then if you take the rainbow deck, look at that Knight. That Knight is ready to go, suited up with armor, rainbow behind them, nice rod or wand in their hand, and they're ready to go. They're ready for action and adventure, and this may be somebody who's spontaneous and exciting. So that's the Knight of Wands. And now let's move on to the Cups. So we're going to start with the Page of Cups. Remember, the cups is the element of water, so it's emotions, matters of the heart. Think about the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. So with the Page of Cups, this is a youngin', right? This is the young child, and this is a new beginning. The fish coming out of the cup signifies intuition, wisdom, divine wisdom, spirituality. This is somebody who's ready to start a new beginning in terms of love and opening your heart. If you get a Page of Cups in your read, you're ready to open your heart, or whatever the situation that you're going into is going to open your heart. And here is the rainbow cards and the Page of Cups here. You see there's kind of like a heart in the background. You've got the cup here. It's coming out of the clouds. It's very bright and very pretty. This is a very positive card. Your rainbow at the top. There is a moon here, and that just means that, you know, when you're going into the matters of the heart, somebody may be a new beginning. Just make sure that you don't lose yourself. This is a very dreamy suit. And the page is very ready to get started, and everything is wondrous. So you've got your bright light here. This is a very positive card. This is the beginning of something new. It brings the beginning. All right? Now, the Knight of the Cups, probably my favorite knight. It's my favorite suit. I mean, I'm a Cancer, so of course, right? So the Knight of Cups is dressed really nicely. This is another positive card. Look at all of the greenery in the background. The Knight of Cups is interesting because this is kind of, like I said, the young adult or the teenager, and the knights are ready for action. This is somebody who hasn't quite become a king yet, but they are very sturdy. They're solid in their emotions. This is somebody who is ready to open your heart. But what I love about the Knight of Cups is how still this person is. They're not like charging in the way the Knight of Rods does, or the Knight of Wands. That knight really rushes in. This knight takes their time. They are going to unfold whatever is happening emotionally with their heart, with full of intuition. Very dreamy. That's the Knight of Cups. Now in the rainbow deck, you can see, remember I just said dreamy? Look, this is like almost like a dream state, right? The knight is up in the not the clouds, up in the rainbows, just very ethereal, very heart-centered the knight is. So if you get this one in the reading, this means that you're going to be stepping into something that is opening your heart, depending on what the reading is. But what I love is all of this, all these different symbols inside the rainbow. So the knight is ready to be in action about things, but they're going to be very intuitive, not in a rush. All right? And moving right along to the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Now remember, the swords, that's the suit of the air, the element of air. And the air signs, think of the air signs, that's Gemini, Libra, and what's the other air sign? You got I can't think of it right now. What is wrong with me? Oh my God, I've never forgotten the air signs before. That's crazy. It'll come to me. Gemini, Libra, and, oh, Aquarius. There we go. My goodness. Time for dinner. The swords, though, the page of any suit, remember, is the beginning. And the swords is the air signs. So Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. If you think about what those signs are like, they're very intellectually driven, right? They're deep thinkers. And with the page, this is a young child who thinks and is very, what's the word? Kind of like, this is somebody who's full of wonder and is intelligent and ready to start something new. And this is a positive card, but just remember that this is the new beginning of something, right? This is a new beginning, the page of thought, right? New thoughts, new intellect, okay? And now what I love is the rainbow deck. Check it out. The rainbow Page of Swords. The sword is facing down, but there's so much positive color around it that it does still show that it's positive. But look at it's almost like, oh my gosh, I don't know if that's a Pegasus, a unicorn, or what, but it's a beautiful horse with a rainbow mane. This is like full of wonder. This is a new way of thinking. This is a brand new beginning in intellect. Very positive card right here. And now the Knight of Swords. And I'm sorry, Aquarius, I didn't mean to forget about you. I promise I didn't. Now, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is ready for action and is, look at this, the sword is kind of like red, maybe a little bit bloody in the Morgan Greer deck. You've got the volcano in the back. The Knight of Swords is rushing in. They are full of vigor and they have a lot of intellectual readiness, right? They're ready for conversations that go deep. They are, they can be, you got to be careful with the knights because they're not quite kings yet, right? So they can be in a rush. They're really fast to get things done, and that is very much the knight energy of the swords. And here is the rainbow deck. Look at that. I love that the sword has rainbows. This is a knight that is ready to go. I like how there's like wind in the tuft in the helmet, telling you that this knight is in action and going for it. Very positive card. You just have to be a little bit careful with the knights because, like I said, they're not quite kings yet. All right, now the Page of Pentacles. Pentacles is the element of earth, and the earth signs are the Capricorn, the Taurus, and the Virgo. And so if you think about the earth signs, they're all about finances, organization, work, getting things done. And the page they're full of wonder about, you know, making money, finances. They're really smart about making sure they're stable and secure, but it's a very brand new child, right? Like energy, all right? So that's what the Page of Pentacles, I love how the page is just like looking out into the future. Got the coin here, nice bright sunset in the background. And the rainbow deck, check it out. That is so cool. I love how it's the hands and it almost looks like they're knitting something. But you've got a bunch of things coming together. This is the page coming in and starting something new with business maybe or money. So this is a very fresh new idea. And now, last but not least, the Knight of Pentacles. Look at this studly person here. This is a knight that is very well decorated, very secure in wealth and just strength. And the knight is ready for action, right? They're ready to get started in business. I love that the pentacle is here and all of these. I love the color of the robes. You see it's like very lush and green. Nice sun in the background. And then check out the rainbow card. Ooh, you see the horse. The horse is always a good sign, but this is one of the knights that will rush in a little bit more than, say, for like the cups, right? The cups is the one knight that will hold back a little bit. This knight is ready to go. The earth signs, they don't mess around. Think about a Capricorn, right? A Capricorn is going to build their business no matter what. That's what the knight is. It has very much that energy. If you've never met like a teenage Capricorn, I have one in my household, and that kid is on the ball, making money since before teen years, and that's very much the knight. All right, super fun. I love the court cards. They are there's just so many nuances about them, and I'll do some deep dives later on, but that is the page and the knights of all of the suits for now in the rainbow deck. Next video that you see with me is going to be with the queens and the kings, and I'm super excited about that. If you love this information, let me know in the comments. Subscribe, hit like. You can check out how to support me. I have my link in the description here and in my bio. I would love it if you helped me out and supported me by going over to checking out the different things that I have in my store. I actually have a free shadow guide for you that I just wrote recently, and you can check that out there too. All right? I wish you all the magical days your heart desires, and I'll see you on the next one.